Sorry for the delay here, but we had a meeting tonight. Roll call. Terry Sachs, here. Marla Astor.
Here.
Chuck Lyman. Here. Andrew Belvar. Here. Carol Schul.
Here.
Terry Fedorchak.
Here.
Announcements. Township meetings are recorded for the purpose of preparing the minutes, and recording is distributed 6 months after the minutes are approved. It is requested that all persons wishing to speak before the board shall state their name, address, and the subject matter upon which they wish to speak for the record. In the interest of the facilitating business of the board, all persons addressing the board shall be limited to 2 minutes unless such is extended by the chairman for good cause. Individuals are requested to remain in their seats and to respect when other persons are speaking. The Board of Supervisors will provide a reasonable opportunity for citizens to comment on any non-agenda items after all agenda items have been addressed, but prior to the adjournment of the public meeting adopted 138. Come on here. Number 4, public comment. Do we have any public comment? Done. 5, discussion of proposed open space referendum.
Chairman, so I was asked to look into the potential for taxation to support the purchase of open space. There was a petition that was submitted to the Board of Supervisors, and that has spurred the board on. So under state law, the municipality can authorize voters, an ordinance, to approve the levy of either an open space tax on earned income beyond what is otherwise 1%, or the levy of a dedicated open space tax on real estate. In either case, it's exclusively for the purpose of financing purchases of open space. Now, whether to impose the tax is, in the end, decided by a referendum. The process is that the board, if it so chooses, can authorize advertise and then vote upon an ordinance that would set forth one of the 2 means, that is a tax on earned income or a tax on real property, and the percentage that would then be dedicated for open space acquisition purposes. The voters would then decide. There is a timing mechanism involved here because the county needs to have our ordinance in by a certain time period. So I wanted to introduce this to the board and get you thinking about it. And anybody that has any comments on it, I'll provide them to the board. But we would have to move forward fairly quickly if there is a desire to get it onto the ballot for November. Questions?
Any comments?
Do we have any questions from the? Yes, Joe.
You want me to come up?
Yes, please.
Chuck Geiser, 3 North Bryant Road. The real district clarification, when you say purchase, that could also mean paying costs towards having surveys done or legal work or like.
Design. It also, there was an amendment to the state law fairly recently that also allows for up to 25% to be used for maintenance of open space. So yes, it's more than just acquisition.
Yeah, because there are some homeowners that I've spoken with who consider donating their land, but the surveying cost is significant, so it could be used for that, right?
That's correct.
Any other comments? Yes, Mark.
Warren Jacobs, Fulmer Road. On election day, I noticed that there was a poster out front of the building that, and I didn't look at it closely, but it appeared to be people in opposition to an open space tax. And I didn't look to see who was responsible for that or stating their position on that. Can anybody help me with that?
Although I will comment that I think you can anticipate people being on both sides of the issue.
Yeah, I think the idea of this is, what the board would do is the board would say, we are in favor of moving this proposal forward to a referendum. Ultimately, it's up to the residents to say, yes, I want to have some of my tax dollars go towards open space, that's important to me, or no, I don't want some of my tax dollars to go towards open space, that is not important to me. So what we are doing is, we're not saying, as a board, we want to impose a new tax, we're saying, we want to let it go to the residents and let the residents decide what's important to them.
That would be correct. And to add on to that, I think it would be beneficial if our township manager, Terry Project, could run some numbers for us as well as the public about both taxes and what those numbers would mean.
Yeah, certainly, Chuck. There's two pieces to this. And first is how much would raising the earned income tax by a certain amount generate in total, and then what the impact will be on the typical resident, and the same to be said for the property tax. I've thrown a few numbers together just to get started to thinking about it, what the impact might be. With respect to the earned income tax, I believe what was stated or suggested on the petition was a 0.15% tax. Again, a 0.15% tax. That would generate about $240,000 for the township in 1 year. Again, 0.15, approximately 240,000. A 0.1 earned income tax would generate about 160,000. Now, in the case of our property tax, we currently have a 2.35 mil property tax. Again, that's total. Half a mil would generate approximately $131,500. 1 mil, approximately $263,000. So, just looking at this, 0.15% earned income tax would generate around $250,000. The same for 1 million property tax, give or take. I'm roughing things out, but that would provide, I hope, a little bit of perspective. And shortly, what I'll do is translate this into what the impact per taxpayer, per typical taxpayer, would be.
You'll post that on the web,
Yes.
the website.
Warren, you would ask who had circulated? Who had circulated that out there?
Yeah, I was just curious.
It was Larry Cullen. He's on the page.
Larry Cohen was the one who was in opposition to it?
No, he's the one who put it all together.
Oh, okay. I was asking, there was a poster out there that said something that said no open space. And I was just wondering if any of our local politicians or parties or political organizations or anybody had the same position that they were posting.
All right, so we'll provide additional information and we'll look at this again. Bill.
Bill McGovern, 107 Memorial. I guess that my question is, it's a little different than what we're talking about, but in the same light, is there any shortages that we have now in our millage that we need to raise taxes for the general fund next year or the year after, or is there any forecast that may need to happen? Because we would be adding this and that. So I think what I'd like to do is see what the budget's going to look like, for next year. Do we need to raise our taxes, for our general fund before we go adding something else also? It's just something to think about.
Sure.
Sherry Frederick, 109 Trent Road. So I just have a question. Do we have any fees that go to developers
township would pay the developer to acquire land.
Right. Don't require land right now, that's the only
And I'm not aware of any
requirement.
space that the township is looking at present. I think this is just an effort to stay ahead of the curve.
Right. The reason I'm asking is, there's different ways of obtaining open space. We had some suggestions here on, raising taxes or having a fund specific to this. Someone else brought up a concern about, how that balances with other taxes. I was just asking if there's any requirement of developers to aid us there.
Well, there is the one that they could buy a piece of property and it would be an open space, like the one on Little Road has set up. The Ryder property would be the open space, and they were going to build they have set up the 41 homes on the Sahaku property. They had come in and suggested that.
Because I think, looking at everything together to try and accomplish the greatest goal. That's my suggestion.
I think the difference with this would be, is let's say a piece of property came up, the township felt would be beneficial for the community, and it might not be part of a development. How do you come up with the money, or even if there's grant funds out there? Let's say we have to come up with 20% of it, maybe 20% of it's $100,000, or whatever. Is what many communities have done is they have established this fund to allow them to purchase property for parks or for just passive open space, where people can just go and enjoy nature to protect the community from being completely developed.
I understand. I was just being the devil's advocate a little bit here. We asked about the thoughts of others who they oppose it, and that's a question that might come up.
Well, ultimately, the voters will decide. If more people oppose it than support it, then it will be defeated. This is just to get it on the ballot. It doesn't mean anything more than that.
I understand.
Chuck?
Yeah, I'm going from memory. Chuck Yeiser is 3 North Congress Road. The petition, that was 20.15, that was a cap, as I remember. I think that's the way it was worded. So it wasn't like it's gonna be, it's like that's the maximum it could be.
Not to exceed, that's
Yeah,
correct.
just in dovetailing with what Bill said, you might want to look at your forecast for next year or whatever, and so it's not like it's set in stone that it has to be that number. Right? That was my understanding of that position.
Okay. The approval and authorized execution of the 2040 implementation grant agreement between Lower Frederick and Montgomery County.
A short time back, the county commissioners announced Lower Frederick was awarded a grant for the Goshen Road sidewalk project. Before you this evening is the grant funding agreement, and the county commissioners are asking that our supervisors execute this agreement. Just a couple of points. First, the final deadline for this project will be May 31st, 2021. So we need to have this project finished by that date. Also some milestones. The planning and final design of the project needs to be completed by September of this year, September 2019. The project started by March of 2020, and as I said, the final date for completion into the following year. So I would think that, given the size and scope of this project, that those timelines can easily be met. We estimated the project cost to be $25,040. The grant is for $102,000. $533 with our match of approximately $22,500. If you have any questions, either I or Carol, I did ask Carol to double check all the numbers to make sure that's consistent with the grant application that we put together, and I believe she's fine with the numbers. I did ask our solicitor to go over the agreement, and again, I believe that your plan is okay with the terms, conditions, and the language.
I have a couple questions for Carol. I remember at some point during our discussion, we thought that the cost might actually go above $125,000 because of some additional work that might be needed on that side of the road.
Well, the project isn't fully designed, so we just left some open-ended questions. One of them being exactly how are we going to deal with stormwater management? We have a concept, but it has to be proven out. And the other question was whether or not a retaining wall would be required for this project. And we have, again, as we go to final design, we have a couple of options. Instead of a retaining wall, we could do a bulb out there. Take a look at that. So I think there are a couple of options that we should be able to keep this project moving that target.
The other request I have is that the sidewalk width be consistent with other sidewalks in the township, which is 14.
So the challenge we have there is that current ADA requirements recommend a 60-inch wide sidewalk, which is the 5-foot width. I have seen, not so much in the ADA documentation, but in PennDOT's documentation, where they let you go down to the 48 inches if you have passing zones along the sidewalk. So we can take a look at that and see if we can implement something like that to reduce the concrete somewhat. But we need to make sure that we comply with the various disability act requirements to protect the township.
I understand. Again, my concern is to be consistent with other sidewalks in the township, which currently do not exceed 48 inches, and also to be respectful of the two property owners who will then have one less foot sidewalk in their yard. So I think those are two advantages. And it could bring the cost down a little bit too, because there's other costs incurred with either retaining wall or the wall.
We'll take a look at that as when we have a final design.
So signing the contract doesn't commit us to a final design. It does not commit us to what's in there, which is the 5-foot wide.
My understanding, and I'm certainly a lawyer and manager too, but my understanding is that signing the contract is your commitment to go forward with the project. And this was presented as a preliminary design. The contract requires us to submit the final design to the county for approval before it goes out to bid.
That's great. There's a project narrative. It does talk about 5-foot wide sidewalk, but there's also the requirement to submit a design. So if you'd like to entertain a motion.
Okay, a motion?
I'll move.
Second. Any questions? Any questions from the audience? Yes.
Bob Burns, Englerville Road. Ernie had made a comment last year that, he would work with you guys as far as trying to get the power in before the sidewalk was installed in case we needed some lighting in that area. And I had talked to Mr. Leidick and asked him if there was a possibility of possibly either going with the street lights like we have already or doing some kind of a solar lights along that area. So just wanted to bring that up in case that's something that can be worked into the final design, or if it's too late for that. Or
Carol, did that be looked at in the
I thought when Mr. Schmidt brought it up, and I'm glad to have it brought up again, I thought the conduit of the sidewalk was an excellent idea at minimal cost. I don't know that we can get streetlights into this project because it wasn't part of the original grant application, but perhaps that could be something going forward. Maybe in the sidewalk. If the conduit is there, as Mr. Schmidt said, if the conduit is there, the costs are greatly reduced beyond that. I think that was an excellent idea, and I would like to incorporate that.
Ernie Schmidt, 209 Silverbrook Drive. On the yes, I had brought up the idea that the install of the conduit, we'd have to figure out how many lights we would need for that extension. You can purchase lights via Pico. They can be colonial post light fixtures, or they can be the pole fixtures, which we put a couple of them back in that development. That's a matter of discussion, and we can make up our mind with that. In any case, you can set your own pole, you can buy your own light, no matter if you do the colonial fixtures or if you go with a pole light, and then you can just pay Pico, the billing, on a value basis of the lumen value. That way you can do it. The only thing with getting Pico to do it is Pico provides us maintenance. Unlike a lot of municipalities have their own maintenance contracts with their private contractors to take over their lighting, they have purchased their lighting back from Pico and do that way. That's something we can think of, but I think we can still put the conduit and plan for the future with it, whether it's done this year, next year, or
I
whenever.
thought that's what we discussed.
Yeah, that's what we
Possibly
decided.
just putting the conduit in.
Right.
One going all the way down, and
Right.
when you figure out where the poles will go, we just dig down, find the conduit.
Well, put the conduit up, you can stick them up and cap them off, and have them there so you don't have to go digging root for it. And we can talk about more.
Any other comment? Not a vote.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Consider a resolution approving application for PennDOT able funding.
So the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation, this is the Arley Grant Program. They opened a 30-day window to accept applications. That window closes on July 1st, so we're nearing the end of that window. This is a grant program for improvements to safety and mobility for vehicles. Guide rail is one of the things that is on their list that can be included under this grant program. There's no specific match required for this program. Greeby Road in Lower Frederick Township is a local 2-lane road. It's about 17 feet wide, and it has no shoulders and a steep bank that drops off into the small creek below. We're preparing an application for a PennDOT Arley grant requesting funds to install about 750 linear feet of guide rail along Greeby Road to increase public safety. The application includes costs for project design and bidding. I know Greeby Road is right on the edge of the township. Not everybody's familiar with it. If you go about Yerker Road and you cross Nefer or Knifer Road, it becomes Greeby Road as it goes up into Limerick Township. So if you travel east on Greeby Road from Limerick Township towards Knifer, the road descends steeply and then it goes into a tight right-hand turn. The bank that's right in front of you as you start that right-hand turn drops down to the small creek. Continuing along Greeby Road towards Knifer, the steep drop from the northern road edge continues. And there is an old dilapidated steel cable guide rail along this stretch of roadway. There's a few steel and wooden posts that still remain and some sections of hanging steel cable, but frankly,